Smith here giving you guys busy as usual, but still try to get this content for you guys.
And what a month it was. I'm Scott Hansen. Here's your Week 4 edition of the EA Sports Weekly Recap. Lots to get to. We start in the Pacific Northwest. The Seahawks at home to take on the Indianapolis Colts. And this is the Colts wideout. He has a step. He has the grab. How about an 84-yard catch and run for the touchdown? From there, it's on to Cincinnati. Checking in on the Bengals, they're back. Folks, this is a moment of brilliance. He's gone. They're not gonna get him. One more to show you. Let's go to
the Bengals rolling.
It's the Panthers taking on the Atlanta Falcons. And it's the Panthers quarterback. He went for over 300 yards along with this, one of his 4 touchdown passes. The Panthers bounce back from the loss in Week 3. They move to 3-1 with the W. That's a wrap. Until next time, I'm Scott Hansen.
All right, so we'll do the Week 3 recap. This will be a very quick video because we didn't get a lot of interviews. We will get some this week for Week 4. Week 3, 11 times. Wow. But yeah, let's see. All right. So yeah, we'll go ahead and do the recap. So as we see, this was 11 times a game right here was played. Well, I think this was this could have been, what do you call it? They're playing a computer, possibly. But Titans was able to win 40-17. Tampa Bay beat the Vikings 48-14. As you guys can see, it got out of hand in the first half, 34-7. I just can't get anything done like that. Hayden Salter, 3 passing TDs. Running wise, neither side really stood out. But I think this game really came down to, was it time of possession? Well, really, Tampa Bay was just able to get out to a big lead in that first half. They had a lot to do with this game. 48-14. That's why I like to interview guys, though, but I couldn't get anything done as we trying to get combine stuff together. Washington won. They lost 28-38, 4-1 as far as turnover battle. Arch Manning was traded. You guys heard that interview last few weeks ago. He was traded to the Giants, and the Giants was able to get some solid things done. 4 passing TDs with Arch Manning is pretty good. Isaiah Pacheco had over 100 yards rushing. Malik Neighbors, pretty big game. 9 receptions, 150 and 2 TDs. That's great. That's great stuff right there. Next up we had was the Bears and the Packers. 41-27, very tight game. Hey, Klubnik, 3 passing TDs. Caleb Williams, 2 passing TDs, 66%. Rushing wise, Blake Horvath, 4 yards away from net 100 yards. But what's actually good is that I think they led the game in total rushing, 199-61. That's pretty good. That's big. Receiving wise, Trey Harris, 7 receptions, 89 yards, a TD. Aiden had 5 receptions, 50 yards, and a touchdown. So this is a pretty solid win right here for the Bears as they was able to win 41-27. They played a clean game, no turnovers, and then they owned the time of possession, 38-21. That's great stuff right there. Moving on, we had the Jets and the Panthers. Jets won by 2 points, 36-34. Tight game all the way through. Turnover battle was 1-0. If I was to guess, I would say that had something to do with the game, considering it going back and forth. Dan and Edmonds, 322, 3 TDs. Rushing wise, nobody really standing out. Trades Green, Texas A&M tight end. He had 7 receptions, 114, 2 TDs. So it was a pretty back and forth game. A lot of scoring. Like I say, minus the turnovers, that really is the only thing that stands out in this one right here. They tied in first downs, 2020. So that's pretty interesting. Moving on, the Jaguars and the Broncos. We won 49-28. Turnover battle was 3-0. That's pretty big. Surprisingly, we didn't come up with a lot of passing yards this game. It rained, so we really didn't do too much in the air. Rushing wise, we did our thing. Surprisingly, we led the game in rushing, 270 to 138, and then you're not turning the ball over. That's how you win games. So it's a clean game. Eugene Wilson, 2 receptions, 70. As I said before, nobody really did much. Surprisingly, I'm surprised the numbers was like that for me. Defensively, we came up with some stops. 3 turnovers was huge, and we was able to beat the Broncos. Next up we had was the Bengals and the Chiefs. Bengals played a clean game. I mean, 5 turnovers by the Chiefs. You just can't get anything done like that. Mahomes is just having a very tough career, to say the least. Rushing wise, Quincy Peoples, the new kid on the block, 156, two rushing TDs. That's pretty good right there. That's how you set the tone as a rookie. Kyron Williams, 124, 1 TD. Receiving wise, Jamar Chase, 4 receptions, 129, and 2 TDs. Defensively, a lot of tackles in this one. But as I said before, just 5 turnovers by the Chiefs. And you just can't win in games like that. 3 of those came from DJ Turner, the second. And they was able to win 56-21. Okay, computer game, we don't look at those. But as we see, 60-51. A lot of games was played this week. That's great. Seattle beat the Lions 32-24. Turnover battle was 3-0. Way too many turnovers. Bo Nix, 2 passing TDs. Joe Milton, I guess he was traded, if I'm not mistaken. But he's 6'5", 246, but just way too many interceptions. 3. Running wise, nobody really did too much. Receivers, Damian Baker, 7 receptions, 138. Jackson Smith-Njigba, 7 receptions, 125, 1 TD. Defensively, we had some tackles, but the turnovers really helped the Seattle Seahawks win this one. 3 interceptions on the defense side of the ball, and they was able to win that one. The Falcons, Koopy defeated the Cardinals 49-31. Turnover battle was 2-0. Just the turnovers really hurting a lot of these games. Jalen Hurts was traded from the Eagles to the Cardinals, I see. 256, 3 TD, just too many interceptions. 2 interceptions against a very good opponent. Trey Benson was short of 100 yards, 1 TD. 3 TDs by Robinson. That's pretty good. Marvin Harrison Jr., 7 receptions, 130, and a TD. Braxton Canty is another rookie right here standout that I see this week. 6 receptions, 100 yards, and 2 TDs. Defensively, we had a lot of guys with tackles, interceptions, 2 interceptions. That's great. That's great stuff right there by the Falcons. So congratulations to them on winning 49-31. Surprising game right here. This was a tight one. I watched it. It came down to the last few plays of the game. Cowboys lost 38-31. They actually won a turnover battle 1-3, and they won a time of possession, which is very surprising. They let Dak Prescott walk away, and as we see, they aren't having any type of success passing the ball. So maybe they go sign Dak. Who knows? Because he's still in free agency. Cam Ward, 344 TDs, man, dominated. He did throw 3 interceptions, which you would think they would look on the ground. Jaden Blue had 79. Wow, Damon Claiborne was shut out pretty much. I mean, 1.2 average, 12 attempts, 14 yards. Maybe it's because they trailed a lot this game. Well, no, they didn't. So it's surprising to see that. Um, it's surprising to see that he just could not get anything going. 1.2 average, so that's great defense by the Rams. 7 receptions, 193, 2 TDs by Ole Miss receiver or former Ole Miss receiver. Wow. But yeah, it really came down to quarterback play from what I see. But I didn't watch the beginning of the game, but I did watch the ending. Next up, we had is the Eagles and the Saints. Wow, 3-point game. Turnover battle was 1-0. Um, Time of possession 21-18. 21-21 in the first half. That third quarter really helped the Saints outscoring their opponent 10-0. Taking a look at this box score, we see Jackson Dart. He was traded um, from the Giants to the Saints for Arch Manning, and he's very excited about this quarterback. 3 passing TDs. Um, Lenore Sellers threw 4. Rushing wise, 164. Jamal Haynes, two rushing TDs. Johnny Wilson, he had 8 receptions, 105. So it looks like this was another offensive showdown, but that third quarter really helped the Saints as they went up 10-0 in that third quarter. Well, outscoring their opponent in the third. That was big. Next up we had was the Browns and the Steelers. Wow, this was a very close one, 50-47. No defense. Turnover battle was 2-1. Time of possession 23-16. Wow, 2 turnovers and still win the game is pretty big. Trevor Lawrence, 4 passing TDs, 2 interceptions. Will Howard, 380, 4 TDs. James Peoples, 134, 3 rushing TDs, pretty good. And then you got Quinshawn Judkins, 2 TDs rushing and 109. Wide receivers, Brian Thomas Jr., 5 receptions, 243 yards and 3 TDs. He definitely have to be um, one of the players of the week with this type of performance. Then we have Brady Carter, another rookie standout. 10 receptions, 181. So we're seeing some rookies perform pretty well this year as of now. Offensively, we're not seeing much of it on defense from what I see, but we are seeing some rookies make their impact, and they was able to win 50-47. Coach is the coach, man. He won 59-14, 6-1 as far as turnover battle. I'm not sure if he played this user or not because I haven't even heard anything from Flybaby Gaming as far as playing me this week. But 5 interceptions is way too many interceptions. Jonathan Taylor, 156, 1 TD. A.J. Brown, 9 receptions, 196, 5 TDs. Damn. I said that other guy was supposed to be player of the week, but we never know. Five touchdowns is a lot of TDs, so he might be player of the week. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 interceptions. Defense, and he was able to win a pretty good lopsided game. Lastly, we had the Raiders fall to the Dolphins 49-20. He got out of hand in the first half, 28-7. Turnover battle was 3-1. Too many turnovers. Jalen Milroe, 3 TDs, 3 interceptions, 59% completion percentage. Ashton Genty ran the ball well, but at some point you got to be able to score points. Jameson Williams, 6 receptions, 121, 3 TDs. Brock Bowers, 6 receptions, 95 and a TD. So for the most part, it looks like That first half, it got out of hand, 28 to 7. Just got down too early, and they was able to defeat the Raiders. Taking a look at the stats, right now we got Lamar Jackson, Will Howard, and Cam Ward, top three top performers in passing. Taylor Peoples, and is that a rookie? I think that's a rookie, right? Peoples. Let me take a look at that. It looks like we might have a rookie that's let's just take a quick look at that for the Steelers. I want to say that's a rookie. Trying to get used to these names. Okay, so he 1 year pro, but hey, that's still pretty good. Young player that's top three in rushing. Then you got Quinshawn Judkins. Wide receivers, you got Brian Thomas Jr., Neighbors, and Carter, top three. Sack leaders, you got Peyton Nolan, Walter Nolan, that's pretty good. And then you got Styles as far as sacks. Interceptions, you got Greenlaw, Bridges, and Carter, all tied with 3 interceptions. And then tackles, you got Spates, Terrell Jr., and Henley. 46 tackles in, 2 or 3 weeks is pretty good. Taking a look at see what else we can look at. Some of the tweets. Marshawn Lynch tweeted out as a fan, the Titans-Browns matchup is the type of game you love seeing on your calendar. Yeah, definitely would be a good one. Get your popcorn ready. The Patriots host the Buccaneers, and everyone is expecting fireworks in New England. Okay, that should be a pretty good one. Rio against Shiny. I love seeing these games early in the season between teams with high expectations. Falcons and the Panthers. There's a lot on the line beyond the win when two top teams like the Giants and the Chiefs meet this early in the season. Yeah, I feel like the Giants going to win that game. Mahomes is not playing good from what we see. In the NFL right now, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 teams that's unbeaten. Colts, Jets, Bengals, Jags, and the Ravens. So that's something to look out for. Still too early to look at divisions, records. We'll look at that later. I think that's pretty much it. Yeah, so we will have interviews for week 4. So I'll go ahead and get that done now. And then for week 4 recap, we'll have more entertainment. Peace.